Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this. This is the Yelangu L4 Gen 2 Auto Dolly. So what makes the Yelangu L4 Gen 2 special? Well, it's an auto dolly, and if you don't know what a dolly is, you're probably not into the video business. If you have ever tried to do any kind of panning motions or tracking motions with a video camera, you realize that doing this by hand is very difficult, and that is where the Yelangu L4 comes in. It is a mechanized automatic dolly system for anything from a cell phone or mobile phone all the way up to DSLR cameras. If you are a videographer and you make videos for weddings or commercials or anything, then at some point you have wanted to track or pan nice motion, and that is where this kind of device comes in at a much better price than all of those very expensive automated or mechanized sliders. I'm going to break this video up into three parts. A very quick unboxing, then a description of how you set up and use the various functions of the auto dolly, and then I'm going to show you some samples, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts and the actual review. Let's go ahead and open it up quick. It comes in this very nice box. Opening it up, little manual, the remote, and the remote uses a CR2023 battery, I believe. We actually get a battery included, so you don't have to rush out and go find your own CR2023 battery. There's another little warranty card, a USB cable. This is your little adapter, which you are going to be using for size adaptation if you have a tripod mount or a ball head or something which requires the larger mount. And there's the actual little machine, and also a little spanner and one additional, it seems to be an O-ring, which is just colored. There is a size adjustment on this. The size adjustment will obviously be when you are using this on a rail. It will not use these outer wheels, but the inner wheels if you have a rail. Unfortunately, I do not have a rail, so I will not be able to demo that. And there you go. That's a quick unboxing. That's what you get in the box. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this actually works. Once you unfold the legs, you will see some indicator LEDs, a speed control, and a direction control on the right hand side. On the left hand side, you will find a USB port and an on-off switch. Using the supplied USB cable, charge the Yelangu L4 from any standard USB power source. The charging indicator will remain red while the Yelangu L4 is charging and will turn green once it is fully charged. Once powered up, the Yelangu L4 has 3 LEDs on the opposite side which light up. These are also your speed LEDs, indicating the speed. Pressing the speed button will change from low to medium to high speed. The auto dolly can be started by pressing the direction button. The direction can be changed by pressing it again. If you have manually started the auto dolly, the only way to stop it is to switch off the power. The remote control cannot be used to switch the power on or off. Once powered up, the auto dolly can be controlled using the remote control. You can change the speed or the direction or start or stop the dolly. The speed select button selects low speed, medium speed or high speed. The play pause button starts or stops the dolly. It always seems to start off moving left. The change direction button can also be used to start the dolly, but it cannot be used to stop the dolly. It'll always just change direction. While powered on, the dolly will always remember its last direction it was moving in. So
Once you stop it, it'll always remember in which direction it needs to change to when you push the change direction button. The two wheels which are on the same side are actually free running. They have no motors attached to them. The single wheel on the opposite side has the actual gearing and motor mechanism. On the underside of the dolly, there is a size adjustment screw. In general, this would be used to adjust the dolly according to the size of your rail or your slider. If you're going to be using a DSLR, I suggest setting it to its largest size. That way you have a larger base of support for your DSLR so that it doesn't tip over easily. On the top of the dolly there are two screw holes, and you would use the size adapter depending on how you're going to be mounting your camera onto the dolly. If you're going to be mounting your camera directly, it is only going to have one direction. So I would suggest you get something like a ball head or something like that so that you can change the direction and tilt of your camera. Although there are other tripod mounting systems out there, I highly recommend a ball head, and it is going to give you so much more freedom of motion. A ball head is going to bring out so much more potential of this dolly. Since you're able to adjust the angle of the front two wheels, it is possible to get your dolly to move around an object, achieving visuals which would otherwise be almost impossible. I do not own a slider, but I placed two poles across my table temporarily and just fixed them to the table. And here you can see how this camera dolly then moves across the slider. The dolly then uses the inner wheels on the underside of the dolly to move across the slider rails. The Yelangu L4 is rated to carry up to 3 kilograms. The Sony A99 with lens and the ball head weighs 2.1 kilograms. If you do not have a ball head yet, you can use these GoPro items with a lighter camera, which will give you the ability to tilt the camera forward and backward a little bit, giving you some articulation. It will not hold on to a very heavy, large DSLR camera, but these GoPro mountings are fairly readily available and you should be able to find them in most stores. You could also use a selfie stick holder to mount your mobile phone onto this setup. Now that we know how this device actually works and how it's set up, let's put a camera on it, take it outside, and do some tests with the Yelangu L4. The following shots were all achieved using a melamine board approximately 80 centimeters long and 30 centimeters wide, on which I had the Yelangu run. That is what I have been able to capture using the Yelangu L4. It really is a fantastic piece of technology. It's not just a gimmick or gadget which you are going to play with for a little bit and then put one side. I believe this is the kind of technology any videographer out there is permanently going to keep nearby and in his bag of equipment, going with him anywhere he is going to be doing videos, because it's quick and simple to set up. Any flat surface you have, or as I've shown in my case, I used a flat plank. There you go. Pop it onto that and you can get some great footage. Now, you may want to use a slider if you want to get those nice tracking shots, but if you don't have a slider, use a plank as I have. A plank is great and it's quick and portable, and if you need a little more height, you pop it onto ladders or chairs or whatever you have nearby to raise the height. But ground shots are not bad at all. It's a lot more different than most people are able to get out there. What is good about the Yelangu L4? Pretty much everything. It's portable, great battery life, and it can carry a DSLR camera. Very important, fantastic price. If you have ever wanted those nice tracking shots, those smooth turning, panning shots, etc., this is the best product you can buy currently on the market. I am absolutely impressed and astounded. I'm astounded by what you can do with such a small little device. It's small, it's light. You pack it up, you pop it into your camera bag, and there you go. You have a fantastic little auto dolly, which you can pop onto any flat surface and get fantastic video footage. What's negative about it? I have yet to find anything which is actually negative. It's great construction, it is a fantastic battery life, and it's a fantastic price. The only thing that's maybe negative is that you cannot put a very large camera onto it. It can carry only up to 3 kilograms. But goodness gracious, 3 kilograms is heavy. In my opinion, for this little device, there are only pros, no cons. That is my final thoughts on the Yelangu L4. It really is a fantastic piece of technology, well constructed, and great price, and it does what you want it to do at a fantastic price. If you liked the video, please subscribe. I will bring you a few more videos as I receive items to review, and I'll catch you in the next one.